We're with Brett Stoven now, and Brett, you know, we talked to you earlier before about how it's growing, but now we're talking about comparisons today to other celebrities. So who'd you say your stash kind of looks like if you had to pick somebody famous?
You know, there's a couple people you could look at. You know, the start of Hulk Hogan. He's got the handlebars, but he doesn't have the chin strap. And I think a couple guys have noticed I look like one of the guys from Hunger Games. So I think next year I'm going to do little fancy twirls and see if I can get that going too.
Have people actually called you Stella Crane from the Hunger Games? I think that's what we should start calling you right now, actually, because that's what you kind of look like. It took me a while, but in case you haven't really seen what.
Yeah, there you go. See the little twirls? Yeah, you can get that going next year. I think I might keep it going actually in December.
Really?
I like that idea. Yeah, he actually looks pretty good with that. So a little intimidating for the other teams, I think.
All right, I'm joined with Ryan Coughlin now. Ryan, now your stash is, you know, you dyed yours and did it just for men. Who would you say, maybe if you had to pick somebody, who would you compare yourself to?
Well, you know, I don't really compare myself to anybody. I think it's a one-of-a-kind mustache. But if I had to, I think probably Zajac. You know, he's my best buddy on the team, so I try to model myself after him and get want my mustache to look like his. You know, I don't know who told you about the Just for Men. I think that's might be a little fib there, but yeah, this is start at the beginning of the month. Yeah.
Who do you think on the Blades kind of looks like Nick Offerman or Burt Reynolds kind of style?
Shocks definitely has like the big thick worm on his lip, so that could be one of the guys.
Ooh, you know, Emil Krupik he kind of looks like that a little bit. I don't know if he dyed his. I think he might have, but yeah, he's got a pretty thick one. He seems to think he has the best one on the team. I don't know what he's talking about, but yeah, I think he would look like him. He kind of looks like his brother a little bit.
What about everybody says James McDonald's is Hulk Hogan with pretty comparison. What do you think of that?
Yeah, he's kind of acts the same way too in the dressing room, kind of bossing people around, and he's got the Hulk Hogan mustache going on. You don't really want to mess with him. So
a lot of people saying that Hulk Hogan comparison more like your athletic therapist James McDonald.
Oh, yeah, James. I forgot about his muzzy. Yeah, he might take the title on Hulkamania there.
You might see him on the bench as the athletic therapist. I'm with James McDonald right now, who currently all the boys are saying has a pretty good mustache. Now, James, when I first saw you on November 1st, I was pretty surprised on what you were growing. So talk about how you got the idea for the look that you have on.
Well, I wanted to make sure I had something distinctive, and I kind of cheated a little bit by growing the mustache out a little early, but I didn't want that kind of in-between 12-year-old kind of mustache going, and it doesn't take me too long to get something pretty thick, so.
Talk about how the Hulk Hogan comparisons are being thrown around the locker room from all the boys. How do you respond to that?
Well, I was actually more of an Ultimate Warrior fan when I was a kid, so you definitely want something distinctive. I had some random guys come up and compliment me on the mustache, so you want something that shows your support for the cause, which I think is really important, and then you're not just growing a mustache because you're a mustache kind of guy. So I think it's important to have something that stands out and also gets people thinking about the real reason behind the cause.
That's very true. Now, you seem like a real mustache kind of expert. Now, if you look at mine compared to yours, it's kind of what would your first words be about if you compare mine for just looking at it?
Well, I'm very experienced in growing beards and facial hair. I've been doing it for quite a long time, lots of practice. I think yours has got some good potential. I think, just like a young rookie in the league, you've got to put in those hours, you've got to put in that dedicated time, make sure you're grooming the mustache properly, making sure it's being fed the right nutrients, getting a lot of sunlight. And I think in a couple of years you get something real solid in there. You just got to really commit to it, and a lot of guys just aren't willing to do that.
Mine's getting very stringy right now, but luckily November is almost over. Thanks, James.
You're welcome, Tony.
This portion of Blades TV is brought to you by CIBC, the official bank of the Blades.
Hi, I'm Brett Stoven, right wing for the Saskatoon Blades. Honestly, I've had exercise-induced asthma for the last couple of years. There was a couple times where I remember Bantam was one of the worst because I wasn't taking an inhaler yet, and I'd get into the dressing room after a long period, and there was times where I just kind of blacked out and was about to pass out. There was no oxygen getting to me, and then that's when we started the tests and kind of figured it out. When I was younger, I was scared to tell the coaches, scared to show my teammates when I was a young guy. when I was 16 years old. It was my first season here, and I was kind of embarrassed of it, and I didn't know what the rest of the team would think. But you know, now that I've grown through the league and this is my 5th year around the dressing room, it's common. You know, there's a couple of guys that have taken the inhaler throughout the years that I've played with, and you know, when guys see me take it, they ask what it's for. I tell them, and it's not a big deal. It's something that I need to take, and it helps me play and keep up with the rest of the game, and it just makes it fair for myself, who's got a little bit of a deficit compared to the rest of the guys whose lungs have been cooperating with them. To keep my lungs healthy, I basically focus on the cardio is a big thing. For myself, with the exercise-induced asthma, I need to keep my cardio up. I always have to push myself that extra step over what everyone else is doing, and obviously stay away from cigarettes, from anything that's going to affect my lungs. The Lung Association of Saskatchewan is your team for lung health. When you can't breathe, nothing else matters.
Dare.
Oh my gosh.
Don Narcisse. I want to see it. I want to see the whole thing.
All right, then. I'm gonna show you mine if you show me yours.
November is Lung Month, and it's Truth or Dare for lungs. During Lung Month, post a true video about lung health. Or the dare, do Don Narcisse's touchdown dance and post it. The Lung Association of Saskatchewan wants to play Truth or Dare with you.
We are totally posting all of this.
To play Truth or Dare, check out tdforlungs.ca.
I still don't even know what these people are doing.
Exciting night here at the SaskTel Centers. It's the second annual Critters, Pucks, and Paws game. Blades, Broncos, and a whole lot of dogs. Of course, fans can bring their pets to the game. Let's go catch up with some of them, see what they have to say, maybe see what the dogs have to say too. All right, so we're here with Jana and Rocco. Obviously, Pucks and Paws going on. Jana, why did you guys decide to come here tonight?
Oh, just to check it out, get Rocco out of the house for the evening. It's cold and this is somewhere warm and to watch hockey.
Sure. Did you get to the game last year?
No, this is our first year.
Rocco ever been to a hockey game before?
No. His first, and he's loving it.
Yeah? And you know, obviously it's a pretty snowy night out, but I guess what's it mean to you as a pet owner to see so many people out here tonight?
It's good. There should be more events in the city that promote dogs and or pets in places.
So we're with Katie from Critters now, and Katie, obviously an exciting night for everyone. Let's talk about why Critters joined up with the Blades for this game here.
Well, we always like to work with everything local because we're local as well, but to get involved with the rescues is really why we're all here. They need so much support from everybody, and we are doing the pet food drive as well to support them. So every bag that the City of Saskatoon donates for us, we'd match that. So they're getting a lot of food. We've already donated thousands from this drive, and we're not even done in November yet. So some of the money too from the tickets is going, and that's all why we're all here tonight.
Very cool, and obviously a bit of a snowy night, but lots of dogs and their owners here tonight.
Oh yeah, when we saw the snow, I was a little bit nervous about that, but even with last year's weather, it was so cold, we knew everybody was gonna get rearing and get going this time too.
Just talk about how important it is to raise funds and to raise food for these animals.
It is so important because most of these rescues are done by volunteer basis, so anything that they can get helps, and sometimes when they are low on food, they don't have a lot of reserve funds to go out and buy their own food. So when they can get what they get everybody fed, and we're making sure everybody's getting healthy food and everything is good for them. It's really important because those are the little guys that they can't fend for themselves, so we have to do it for them.
Kathy from the SPCA now, and Kathy, who's this with us here?
This here is JD. JD is actually a 10-year-old Shih Tzu Poodle mix who just came into the shelter, and he was very matted, and he was in pretty rough condition when he came into our doors, but he looks fabulous with his new haircut now. So yeah, he's available for adoption now.
Good to hear, and obviously we have fans like him, the four-legged kind, here at the game today. Just talk about what it means for you guys to be at the Blades game.
It's amazing to be out at the Blades game again this year. It's so great when we can kind of get out and get our face out there, and it's so great to see the other animal rescues out as well. We're huge supporters of them, so we're so happy to be out here today.
And as we know, a portion of every ticket going towards helping out the shelters, feeding the dogs and the cats there as well. Just talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge help for us. It helps like little guys like JD. Things like a haircut is definitely beneficial. He needs this in order to be available for adoption and be attractive to a new potential adopter, and all those funds help us so much.
And despite the snowy weather here, we see the dogs running all over the place, and they're rocking their little Blades bandanas.
Definitely.
What's it mean to see pet owners and their animals come out to this?
It's great, especially seeing all these responsible pet owners. All these dogs that are out today, they're vaccinated. A lot of them are former rescues. We love seeing everybody out at the game tonight.
Sure. JD, anything you want to add?
Pretty quiet guy.
Yeah. All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everyone, Blades fans, everyone who was with me last year, and I know it was an awesome year for me, and I missed it a lot, Saskatoon, and I have just positive emotions about Saskatoon, about guys, about training stuff, about coach stuff, fans, city, and I love it. I love that city, and thank you again, everyone who was with me all last year. It was a good year for me, and if no Saskatoon, I wasn't drafted to Montreal, I wasn't stay here right now. So I want to just say a big thank you, everyone. And coming November 28th, and probably get one of these. So.
In the Blades locker room with Ryan Coughlin. And Ryan, you guys all went and saw the new Dumb and Dumber movie. What were your thoughts on it?
I thought it was pretty funny. The first one, I think it was a lot to live up to, but yeah, I don't know, the boys were laughing in the theater, so yeah, I thought it was really funny.
If you had to pick who the Harry and Lloyd are in this Blades locker room, who would you say?
I'd say Lloyd is probably Nick Zajac, and Harry would probably be Josh Urich over there.
I love the scene when he gets shot, and then the guy's like, Harry, I think you need to put a dab of Bactine on that. That's by far the best part.
So Coughlin was saying, when asked who's the Harry and Lloyd here, he said, "You're Harry." What do you think about that?
I'll wear it. I mean, Zage and I are a pretty good crew, so, if we're going to be called that, then I'll wear it for sure.
You got your chance to turn it around now. Who would you say is the Harry and Lloyd in this locker room?
I'd say Heebs would be Lloyd, and I think G would be Harry.
So with Cameron Hebig now, and Cameron, we're talking Dumb and Dumber. The whole team went and saw it. What do you think about it?
I thought it was really funny. I love those funny movies, and I like going out with the boys, and it's just good comedy.
Favorite scene?
I like the firework one where they got deaf, and then the guy got ran over by a train.
And who would you say in this locker room is the Harry and Lloyd?
I'd say Stovey is Harry, and Hank are over there, Lloyd.
We put the windows up. First one who smells a fart gets a point. If you say who dealt it, double points.
But if you say you smelled a fart and nobody farted, like if we were just passing a slaughterhouse,
false fart,
you lose a point. And you can't smell your own farts either.
What are you guys kidding? No. I'm not gonna sit around sniffing your guys' farts like some kind of truffle pig. Forget it.
Okay, fine. Lloyd and I will play one-on-one.
Yeah, head to head. How can you play one-on-one? If you smell a fart and you didn't do it, isn't it obvious the other guy did?
I thought you said you never played before.
All right, we're with the captain, Brett Stovin here. Brett, you guys went out and saw the new Dumb and Dumber movie as a team. What do you think about it?
That was a pretty funny movie. They tied it in pretty well with the last one, and there's a lot of relations in this dressing room for that movie, so the guys had a good time last night.
As we talked to a few of the guys about, my favorite scene was the fart in the car when they chopped the guy in the back seat. What was your favorite?
The fire was pretty good. That was pretty funny parts, but there's a part that reminded me of Nick Zajac when Lloyd's freaking out going, "No! No, man! No way!" That was it.
So who would you say in this locker room is Harry and Lloyd here?
Harry would definitely be Noje. They have pretty close to the same haircut, and Lloyd would probably be Henry.
Hebig says that he thinks that you're the Harry in here. Or Lloyd, sorry. Your thoughts on that?
Actually, they don't know much about it, but I had the same haircut as Lloyd when I was younger, so kind of looked like him a little bit, actually.
Been called out by a couple of the guys here saying you remind them of Harry and Lloyd. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I've kind of overheard that a little bit, and I don't know if it's because I lose teeth frequently or not, but that's a pretty low blow if you ask me from Stovey and Coughlin there. It's not very nice when your teammates call you out like that.
You got to get your chance to retaliate here. Who in this locker room is Harry and who's Lloyd?
I think Harry. I'd say that would be Josh Urich. He's really stupid.
the tall dumb guy with the blonde hair.
Exactly. He just fits the role, and I'd say Lloyd. I'm gonna go with myself on it. Yeah. I don't know. I fit the character. I mean, I think I'm better looking than Lloyd Christmas, but I definitely suit the personality.
All right, there we go. Nick Christmas with us here.
All right, we're good. Good win, okay. Nicky and Ned, that was good. Played well. Grammar, out hat trick, pretty good, but not good enough. Hank, pretty solid game. Oops, that's on camera, sorry. And let's see. I'm gonna give it to Heath. You got a 5. Bad. It's gotta be Gordy. It's gotta be Gordy. Big hit, nice hit, fight, goal helper. The ugly. Welly? Where's that Welly? Oh, but close. Groupie! No, watching the puck! Alright, good win, man!
Well, Bob, he brought it in. I think he used it when he coached in the AHL. And yeah, we have the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's about the movie The Good, Bad, and Ugly with Clint Eastwood. And the good is usually a player that obviously played really well and usually scored a couple goals. The bad is someone that was hard to play against on our team, so maybe someone that got in a fight or made a good check or was just tenacious all night. And then the ugly is someone that does something a little silly out there, makes it more or less a bad mistake that usually ends up in a goal or I don't know, something wild like that, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, after each win we get Bob gives out 3 t-shirts, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it's pretty fun. The good, whoever plays good, and the ugly, it's whoever makes an ugly play, and the bad, I don't even know what it means. Some guys that played good got it, and I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, I got the good the one game, and it was pretty cool. I mean, it's all in fun. The boys laugh about it, and the ugly, I think I got 1 game too for I forget, but yeah, I got chirped pretty good about it, and it's all in fun.
I don't know, they're both pretty good. I like getting the bad though. I like being considered the guy that was hard to play against and the badass kind of. I don't know if you can put that on the field or not. Yeah.
Well, actually, it started in Mississippi when we were down there, and actually our trainer actually came up with it, and it was a neat concept. And again, it's just something for the guys to have fun with. And usually you come in there and you tell the guys good job after a win, but here there's something else. And again, it's just picking guys. It's not always the best player of the night, but it's just somebody that the good is something where somebody does something special and has a big night for them, and then the bad is usually a guy who's physical and blocking shots and just doing a lot of the gritty stuff, maybe getting a fight or something like that. And then the ugly's always usually something funny, either a blooper or you know, just a bonehead play or something like that. Usually we give that to the ugly. Well, it is big. Every place that I've done it, you know, the guys enjoy it, and you know, you have a lot of, every team does something where they wear a hat or a belt or something like this. It's just something different, and again, we have fun with it. Would like to see us get to do it more, because you only do it after the wins, but you know, again, I think the guys enjoy doing it.